Played by Oldenburg to Marks, to Sareki. Falkenbush now to Elye.
And it is so bright, you're just almost blinded. This to me is a much more serene environment.
For Elkhart Memorial, who just digs that one out. Tap to Sareki, dug out by Marks. Now Utenhowen. Dinked across by Elye. Pushed to the back row to Qualkenbush. Benninger to the back row. Against Elkhart Memorial, nice block. 3-1 is the score. It is dug out.
Ball's not set up high enough, and the middle can't run it. Oh, my.
3-3 the score. Elye to the back row. It looks like Kelly Emerson.
Number 3.
I'm sorry. It's Lindsey Marks. To the back row to Cox. To Benninger, and she gets it off. The serve from Matroka. Elkhart Memorial has the 5-5 the score. Dug out by Cox. And dinked over. Elkhart with a 1-point lead. Oldenburg to serve. That one into the net. It was a 2-1 lead in the best of 5.
This is a great serve by Cox.
Newcastle with a 1-point lead, 7-6. Into the net. That seemed to do pretty well for them last time.
Boy, they had a 6-run point, so.
Qualkenbush dug out by Oldenburg. And just past the outstretched arms.
It's a nice pass.
And she has been in this spot every time that she's needed to be.
She's a nice player. Going to Butler to play basketball.
Dug out by Elkhart Memorial. Played by Qualkenbush to Elye. Now to Cox. Fires it across. Dug out by Oldenburg to the line. Tipped across by Utenhowen into the net.
And I think sometimes when Elkhart's tipping and rolling, it could be because they're expecting the ball to be higher and she's just not giving it.
Played by Oldenburg, and will go, well, they'll be able to play it still. Elye smacks it across. Marks over to Utenhowen and serving Sarah Finker.
It's a great serve right at net height. Causes Elkhart to run it out of the back row.
Played by Marks, now to Utenhowen, the far side. Elye and to Utenhowen. Sareki played by Qualkenbush. Over to Elye, watch the big play here. Well, maybe not. Utenhowen, played by Cox.
He gives the green light to step in front of people to take the ball. That doesn't always work.
Trailing 2-1. Qualkenbush to Elye.
It was a great hit inside the block by Elye.
Elye's going to go at it again.
She goes again and splits.
Played by Crumweed. Crumweed will set it across now again. Played by
driving the ball way back here in the corner. Gets Newcastle out of sync, but they still get it up to their hitter.
Sareki tries to get it through the block. Elkhart again tries to get it through the block and doesn't go. The serve played by Newcastle. Benninger, and that one, the serve from Newcastle. Engelmeyer, 13-13 the score. Played by Cox.
Perfect pass by Cox.
Crumweed. That is dug out, well, almost dug out. 14-13 the score. Elkhart Memorial serving. Cox pushes it across. Dug out Cox comes up with it again as it comes back to the Newcastle side. And Benninger finds it to drop. Dug out by Sareki and then to Marks. Qualkenbush to the back row to Sareki. Marks. The Crumweed. Benninger. Now back across from Marks. Qualkenbush. Dug out by Elkhart Memorial. Marks passes it over. Into the back row, dug out by Oldenburg. And Engelmeyer. Oldenburg with a nice serve. Set up over to Qualkenbush. To Marks. Marks will have it again. She'll set it up for Crumweed to the back row. Cox has trouble with it, but she's able to get it back to the front row. Qualkenbush.
Yeah, make the wrong decision, you look dumb.
And that one will drop in.
Until this service is over.
Cox over the right side to Bell. Will send Reinheimer to out of bounds. And that is dug out. Crumweed. Now the right side to Elye. The block stands. They'll go at it again for Newcastle. Pushes across. Udenhouen. Now here comes Marks to Udenhouen.
Yes.
Tapped.
Short set.
Dug out by Cox. To Elye. Dug out.
Yes, a late call, but the right call.
Qualkenbush to Cox. Over to Elye. Elye, and that one is dug out by Crumweed. Finker serves. Marks.
Tell you what, there isn't anything bad to say about that kid. 5'7", jumps out of the gym, uses the block well, hits inside the block. Even in the match, you've got to get it out.
Elye, that one.
Nice pass, nice pass.
Tipped across and another nice dig from Crumweed, excuse me.
Ooh.
To serve it. That's Bell. And the return.
Burris might be a small school, but they are a giant when it comes to volleyball and volleyball.
It is now 23-20. Elkhart Memorial with a 3-point lead.
The one and only Phyllis Tubbs.
That is dug out by Shaw. Cox. And the return. The serve. To Marks. To Engelmeyer. Engelmeyer.
Oh my.
Wow. 23-23. The serve to come from Kaylee Shaw.
Misdirection on communication. Here's
It is Newcastle's to take, but it won't be an easy task. Marks gives it over to Sareki. Benninger gets it in.
The big freshman.
Newcastle forces
Big
game
freshman
number 5.
comes through.
We will have game number 5 as
Wow.
Energy Sparks their Worthen Arena.